Hello everyone. We are in the third video lecture on the topic robot structural analysis. So in this video, we are going to discuss about the experiment number 3, that is analysis of frame. So in the previous two videos, we discussed about the continuous beam. Here we are having the frame. Our aim is to analyze the frame by using Autodesk robot structural analysis software. Here it is subjected to the uniformly distributed load, and B2C is uniformly varying load, and for BD portion we are having 150 kilonewton. So we need to model this entire structure, and we need to analyze this one. The final results we are getting the same deflected shape of the frame and bending moment diagram and shear force diagram of this frame. So now I will move on to the software for the modeling and analysis. Okay, now we are in the front page of the software. So here to start the new project, click on the new. So same thing in this dialog box, to analyze the frame, 2D frame, click on this frame 2D design. So it is loading. We got the main page of our 2D frame design. So here the primary setting, same. First we need to go for the tools, then in that units and formats. Here it is already there by default: structure dimension meter, section dimension in mm, forces kilonewton, moment in kilonewton meter. So press OK. Okay. So just I am seeing whether it is there or not. Yeah, it is already there. Now I need to set the ruler. So for that, go for the view, click on the grid, grid step definition. So here you can set it for 1 meter and dy as also 1 meter. So set apply and close it, and increase the zoom it. If I increase that value, we are getting the values here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and negative also along the x and z axis. So after this, I don't want the dotted line, dotted points. So for removing the dotted points, go for the view, grid, and click on this turn off. If I click on this turn off, we can't see that one, so it is not required actually. Now we need to define the axis. For defining the axis, go for the geometry, axis definition. So now the task is here. So we need to define the axis for this frame. Along the x-axis, observe here it is 0, and this one is 2.5, and here it is 3. So start from the 0, add, then second one is 2.5, add, and the third one is 2.5 plus 3, it is 5.5, 5.5. Oh, is it right? Then add it. Then along the z-axis, I take this one as 0, then plus 2 and 1.5 means 3.5. So in the z-axis, 0 add, then it is 2. For 2 it is press 2 meter, 2 add plus 1.5, nothing but 5.5. So 3.5. 3.5. You just see in this figure, 2 plus 1.5, 3.5. 3.5 add. 0 to 3.5. Apply and close it. Okay, we got the axis of reference. Next, we need to define the members. For that, go for the geometry, and then in that bars. So in this window, same thing, the bar type, you can take this one as RC beam. Okay, in that section is already defined. Okay, it is not there, RC beam. If it is not there, you can define your own. Okay, for that, go for this one, 3 dots. Just see these 3 dots in that section. Select these 3 dots. So now here we need to define it. RC beam only, the material is concrete. So I will take this one as 200 and height as 450 or 400. It's your wish. We are not designing the element, we are just analyzing the elements, means the frame. The cross section is not required, but for the analyzing the member with any some cross sections. We need some cross sections. That's why I need to give the dimension of that in mm, 200 mm and 450 mm. I will add this and close this one. So I got this the same section. So I will draw those bars here. The starting page is here, the starting point A. So here I will select the point and drag this one is B, then B to C. Okay, and same bar from B to D. Close. Just see, start from 0 to 3, from 2 to this point. Okay, so D. So this will be the frame. Now I need to give the supports for that. Same thing, geometry, supports. So here we are having fixed and pinned. You just see in my figure, it is fixed and roller also here. So for that I need to define a new one. So I will take this one and I name it as roller. In the previous video I shown how to define the supports. You just see, if it is a roller support, I need only user, that is only one reaction. Add it and close it. Pinned means 2 reactions, fixed means 3 reactions. So I will take that fixed and I place here and here. These are the 2 points of fixed. Then roller is will be the last point. Okay, I given the support also. Then I will close this window. Then I need to apply the load. So yeah, fixed and roller. I need to apply 20 kilonewton per meter, 25 kilonewton per meter, UDL and UVL. So for that, first I need to define the load type. So here go for the loads, load types. First should be the dead load. Add the dead load, already it is there by default. Okay, and go for the nature. Next select the live, so add it. So dead load 1 and live load 1. After this close this one. Then go for the loads, select the load definition. Then we are applying the bar loads. For that go for the bar. So we are applying UDL. For that select the uniformly distributed load, uniform load. Then the intensity is 20. For that it is going in the Z direction, means vertical direction. The intensity is minus 20, minus means going downward, and it should be local, add and place on this beam. It is subjected to that load. Then here it is 0 and it is 25. For that go for this trapezoidal load. So in this the intensity of the P1 is 0 because it starts from 0, and intensity of P2 is the maximum, minus 25, right? 0 P1, P2 is minus 25, and the distance of interval minus 25 is 3 meter. So starting phase, starting point of that x1 is 0 and P2 is 3. Okay, then it should be in absolute and set it for local coordinate system. So local coordinate system absolute means in meters, 0 0 minus 25 3. Then add. So place on this cursor in this direction only, the rightward direction. So if I click, just see rightward direction of that beam. Yeah, if I click on that beam, it starts from 0 and it's varying to the 25 kilonewton per meter. Now the last one, it is 150 kilonewton point load at a distance 2 meter from D. So for that, so the point load means this bar force. Click on this icon. So here keep it in your mind. Previously applied in the Z axis. Okay, but it is going in the horizontal axis. Horizontal nothing but x axis, right? That's why we need to give the value in x value only. So here the value is plus 150. Do you know why it is plus? Plus because the x axis it is going in the rightward direction. If I provide minus 150, it is going left side direction. So in my figure, in my problem, it is going in the rightward direction. That's why I place it as plus 150. And it should be local coordinate, and the distance is 2 meter from here. So I will take that absolute, and the x distance is 2 meter. then add it. From this point you just place it here. Something wrong. So to remove that point load, okay, I will show how to remove that point load also. So it is not visible, right? First right click, display, loads, load symbol, load values, apply, and okay. The wrong application of the load is here. So I applied along the x axis here like this, okay, but it should be acting in the horizontal plane, right? So for that, so go for the load. I need to delete that one, right? So go for the loads, load table. In this load table already I defined the uniform load trapezoidal load. Okay, I don't want this bar force, please, that third load, so I need to remove this one. So select this and click on the delete in your keyboard. Yeah, it is deleted. Then close this window. So here we can't see that load. Now I will define once again. Go for the loads, then load definition, bar force, the x-axis only, it is positive x. You can take it as global only. Okay, I will observe x-axis global 2 meter, and yeah, it should not local, it should be global only. Okay, so take that one in global uh, coordinate system, so it will give the value 150 going in the rightward direction. Okay, don't set in a local coordinate system, that will be the wrong. After getting the figure, close this one. Okay, you just see it will look like my problem, whatever the frame I have taken. So same thing appeared here, minus 20, minus 25, plus 150, fixed and roller. Yeah, then I will move on to analyze this entire frame. For that, go for the analysis, calculations. Yeah, it is analyzed. Now I need to get the results. Go for the results, then go for the diagram for bars. Then in that, go for the reactions. So click on all. Okay, select fx, fz, and my also, and I need the diagram for linear supports and also the descriptions. Then apply and close. Just see, for fixed support we got 3 reactions here. Okay, you can drag and place it here. For this fixed support we are having 3 reactions. For this roller support only 1 reaction. So here we are having horizontal force also, that's why we got fx and fx here. Okay, so I need to take the screenshot of this. For that, go for the file, screen capture, and name it as frame frame 1. Okay, frame 1. Okay, then I need to give the deformation shape. Okay, I need to get the deformation shape or displacement. Okay, for that you just see here, go for the result. Before going to that, I need to remove these loads, right? So for that, right click on this, go for the display, then loads, unselect these two, load symbol and load value, apply and OK. Now to see the deflected shape, your results, then diagram for bars. In that same thing, click on this deformation. Before going to that, remove the reactions, right? So go for the reactions. So unselect these fx, fz, my, diagram for linear supports, description. Then go for the deformation. Now I need exact deformation for bars. Click on that, then apply, then normalize it. Okay, so this will be the deflected shape, but the values are not visible. For values, go for the parameters, label, differentiated and fill it. Label, differentiated and fill it, and also the values all values. I need all the values. Okay, then apply and close. So the value is not clearly visible. Go for the tools, units and formats, other, and the displacement should be 3 digits, 0.3 digits. Okay, press OK. Now I see the maximum and minimum value. Maximum is 1.121 mm, minimum is 0.158 mm. Okay, so after the getting the displacement shape, deflected shape, I need to take the printout. Go for the file, click on the screen capture. Same thing, you can name it as deflected shape. Deflected shape. Okay, then press OK. Then I need the bending moment diagram. So go for the results, diagram for bars. Then go for the deformation. First unselect this exact deformation. I don't want this one now. So I already taken the PDF, the printout of that. Then NTM. Okay, so in that I need a bending moment diagram. For that bending moment diagram, click on the MO moment. Okay, then apply it. So it is already selecting labels, differentiated and filled and all the values. It is already there. So for that, apply and close. You can drag the values here like this. Okay, so this will be the parabolic shape for the bending moment, UDL. Okay, so cubic shape, linear. The maximum value is 67.16. The minimum value is minus 70 point negative value. Okay, minus 70.63. This is positive value. Yeah, and the maximum and minimum value in kilonewton meter bending moment. Okay, I don't want the supports for the bending moment diagram. So in the fourth symbol, I remove it. The bending moment diagram is clearly visible. Now go for the file, screen capture. You can name it as bending moment diagram. Okay, then press OK. Okay, I got the bending moment diagram. Now the last one is shear force diagram. For that, go for the results, diagram for bars. Then same, go for this, sorry, results, diagram for bars. In that NTM, unselect this MY moments, click on this FZ force. For the shear force, apply and close. I got the values. The maximum is 68.9 kilonewton and minimum value is minus 81.9. 81.1 means it is negative shear force. Okay, these are the values for the shear force diagram. Maximum and minimum value in kilonewton is given here. Then I need to take the printout of this. Go for the file, screen capture. You can name it as shear force diagram. Shear force diagram. Okay, then up. Okay, now I need to uh, take the printout of this one. Okay, so to take the PDF form file, before that go for the page setup. In that header and footer, in that header, the file name you can name it as, it is a frame, right? It is not a continuous name, it is a frame, and one, it is first figure. Okay, first close this one, press OK, say OK. Okay, then file, printout composition. I need all these, press on all, so it is visible here. Go for the preview. So in the last video also I explained clearly. Now I'm speeding up the video. Yeah, here to get the clear view of this image, click on the edit. So I got the symbol. Okay, so now I will click on this frame. So zoom it using the scroller of your mouse. return to the preview. Yeah, I got this one. Then same deflected shape, so you can place it, hold your scroller, you're getting hand symbol, you can place it anywhere you want. Okay, I will place it in the middle and I will zoom it. Return to the page. Okay, I got this one. Then I will move on to the second page. So here also the same thing, bending moment shear force diagram. Sorry, it is bending moment diagram. Zoom it like this. Return to the preview. Then click on this shear force diagram. Zoom it. Yeah. Then return to the preview. Okay. After this, go for the print. Then it is asking to convert for the print in PDF. Yeah. Press on the OK. So it is showing where to save. I will save that one in the desktop only, and I will name this one as frame. Okay, frame 1 you can name. Okay, then I will save this file. That is converting that one to PDF. So after this, close this one and you can save this file also. Okay, so I will save this one, save the project, and I will name it as frame 1 and save this file, and I will minimize this one also. So in this desktop I got the frame 1. If I double click on that one, I got the PDF file with the results. So here it is, frame 1. Here we are having the figure, then deflected shape of our frame, and bending moment diagram and shear force diagram. So you can take the printout of this one. Okay, so this completes the third experiment, uh, analysis of frame. Thank you one and all.